3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Good morning everybody and welcome to this first episode of the week. My name is Jareen Hoff and with me for the first time is
Rivaldo Kavanga, and today we're commemorating World Telecom Day.
And now for a quick look at our website. Our first story of the day. 4 years after a police officer arrested and assaulted a Namibian trans woman in front of a police station, as captured on CCTV footage, her $200,000 lawsuit concluded with closing arguments on Friday. The case, brought by Mercedes van Klutter, highlighted long-term concerns by international organizations like the UN and local human rights groups of the institutionalized abuse, discrimination and harassment by police against lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans and intersex persons. Judgment is expected on the 15th of November this year by High Court Judge Essie Shimming-Chase. Jana Marie Smith reports.
And in other news, exciting news in the art world, and especially so far for Namibia, is that artworks by German-born Namibian painter Adolf Jens, who is lauded for capturing the endless vistas and unique light and ambience of his adopted country's expensive landscapes, are available for sale on Strauss & Co.'s live auction currently taking place. One of his works, Evening Sheepfold, is expected to reach anything between 700,000 Namibian dollars and 1 million Namibian dollars. Check out our website for auction times.
Next up, a total of $115,000 is up for grabs in the Namibian Stock Exchange's Namibian Scholars Investment Challenge, a competition that was initiated by the NSX in 1998 to introduce university students and grade 10 to 12 learners to investments in shares. This competition is an ideal opportunity for future income earners in Namibia to learn at an early stage about share trading, risks, benefits, so that they can become familiar with the operations of the financial markets.
En laastens, in 'n poging om 'n veilige hawe vir personeel met gestremdheid te bied, word meer as 65 miljoen benodig om die oord op die been te bring. Aanstuur van sake aan Ellen Jacobs en sê glo dat dit planne binne 6 maande 'n werklikheid sal wees. Jong mense met gestremdhede wat konstante sorg benodig word altyd Suid-Afrika toegestuur omdat hier geen so oord in Namibië bestaan nie, vertel sy. Sy sê dat sy wil dit alles verander. Vir meer hier ons sien ons verf.
Good day and welcome back. I'm Yolanda Nell and I'm joined with two lovely ladies for Friday for Future. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Can you quickly tell us, what is your foundation all about?
Awareness.
Yes.
Raising awareness on climate-related issues, and also try and find ways of how to mitigate climate change.
Why is that so important?
We only have one planet.
Absolutely. And we're currently facing the climate crisis, which really threatens all other systems and sectors of society. You know, we can try and upgrade the economy, we can try and upgrade the healthcare system, but overall the climate crisis poses the biggest threat on all of civilization, really.
Yes.
What are some of your projects you are involved in at the moment?
So at the moment we are amongst the coalitions and organizations and individuals who are trying to stop the oil drilling in the Kavango by the Canadian company Recon Africa, because like we stated, we only have so little of natural ecosystems left in the world, and because they support over 1 million, the water systems of the Kavango Basin support over 1 million people across the countries of Angola, Botswana and Namibia. And so any contamination that occurs thereof could completely devastates the livelihoods that date back to generations and generations, So yeah, that's the campaign that we are currently busy with, but there are smaller projects, like she said, in collaboration with the other Fridays for Future branches of other nations. Yeah.
Yes.
How does it make you feel knowing that people in parliament and government officials are not protecting Namibia?
It makes me very angry as a person, because it's even when the minister this morning was talking about why can't we develop ourselves, for me personally it shows how little they think of us as Namibian people, of our environment, and also of our heritage, because it is a heritage. And also in a world where we are talking about decolonizing our minds, decolonizing our traditions, and really trying to find our own ways of developing, they are copying a model that has failed.
Yeah,
that is basically what they're doing, and they're saying that we also have the right. But in most cases, especially when looking at Namibia, unfortunately, we have huge issues with corruption, and that is one thing that we need to deal with. And I think corruption has contributed to the collapse of the economy,
which they're trying to remedy through these development activities.
Yes.
So it doesn't really fix the actual problem.
It does not fix the problem. It just creates another problem, because we don't know if these people have paid bribes as well. I mean, the whole deal was done under closed doors. They're saying that everything is open, but if something started in 2015 and nobody knew about it, it's which is why when they ask us why we didn't complain before. How can we complain if we don't know?
Yeah.
So we don't know if there is corruption involved, and it is very sad that our parliamentarians are not really respecting our country and respecting the sacrifice of our parents who remained in exile, because this is a continuation of a neocolonialism. It's a company that came from outside, and now they own our land. How is that possible? How can they own? It's we, the people of Namibia, we should have had the right to say, yes, we want the Kavango Basin to belong to Recon Africa.
Yeah.
Not only the people of Kavango East, Kavango West, Zambezi, not only them or everyone in the Kavango Basin, but us as people from Southern Africa, because it will affect all of us, this activity, not only the people in that specific region.
How can the public become involved to support you?
So we have Fridays for Future Windhoek social media. So it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, I believe.
Yes, and Facebook.
Yeah.
And then there's Free Namibia, which is also Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Then we've got Kavango Life, another platform, which is also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yeah. So that's how you can mainly get a hold of us. Yeah. But we have demonstrations every 4 months or so in a year. So really just looking out on other people's social media and just being aware of, when is the next demonstration going to happen, and then joining us, because that's how you get to put your number down, and then you can really get in touch with everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also, educate yourself.
Yeah.
It's because we are not just making noise because we want to make noise. When looking at the track record of the fossil fuel industry, it is not a good one. And is that what we want, especially onshore? The world is currently banning fracking. Spain just banned it. Germany just stopped another project. They just stopped another project. But also educate yourself, because this happened in Nigeria, it happened in Ecuador, it happened in Texas, Colorado. So if you look at, even in Canada, the First Nations, if you look at how those communities are suffering today, just imagine how will the people of Kavango, East and West, and Zambezi, how will they even manage to live this Holocaust that Recon Africa is actually bringing into Namibia?
Yeah, and the 10% will not be enough to remedy or replenish once the ecosystems are damaged, you know? It will not. It will be used for something else to revive the economy. So yeah, and just another point is what disappoints me the most about Namibian government is, you know, they commit towards 92% reduction in greenhouse gas by 2030. They have all these Paris Agreement and all these other conventions of biodiversity protection that they really signed onto and taking on the responsibility. But when it comes to the actions, it's completely contradictory. You know, timber harvesting that was just the other day, we have other types of mining that are happening or in the talks of happening, and we have oil drilling, and so it's just, how do you then commit to reducing 92% greenhouse gases if you allow a project which, if successful with its projections, could basically emit 51.6 gigatons of CO2. Now that is 1/6 of the current global carbon budget.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Which is not going to affect Namibia. This affects, because we share one atmosphere. So all the other nations who are doing their best in their efforts to really combat climate change with their climate action ambitions, we are really infringing upon them, you know, and that's not fair.
Thank you so much for your time, and good luck with everything you have taken on.
Yeah. Thank you for
very
the
much.
platform.
Yes.
Righto, for today's life hack, this special little something you can do for someone actually speaks louder than a real thank you. If someone gifts you something that you really love and you do use, take a picture of yourself using it and send it to that person, because really actions speak louder than words. Next up, Jeanette with our Flex Minute.
Cool. So we're gonna do If I got it and you want it and you'll never let it drop, all we gotta do is take our love to the top. I will ride for you, maybe even die for you. When I'm loving you, but my heart don't stop.
Good day and welcome to another Did You Know program. Today I'm with Niels Cornier, baking manager here at Bakpro. Niels, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for being here, Yolanda.
Will you quickly run us through, it's probably not quickly, but will you tell us about the process of how you make your bread?
So the oven that we've got is 21 meters, 4 meters in width. It can take about 2,000 loaves. It is a traveling oven. So from start where it goes into the oven until the end is 25 minutes. Then it's fully baked. It will reach a core temperature of 94 degrees. And this oven is quite hot. It's got like a circulating temperature of 320 to 330 degrees. So it's quite hot. So after the oven, then we will remove the lid again. The lid will go back to the place where we put it up in front of the oven. After the oven, the lid is off, then it will go to the deep panner. The deep panner is the machine that will suck the bread out of the pan, put it onto another conveyor. That conveyor will go straight to the cooler. So, like I said, after the oven, 94 degrees core temperature, when it goes into the cooler, we'll cool it off down to 28 degrees. So 28 degrees, then you can slice your bread and you can put it into the bag. That's where the magic actually happens, in the cooler, because we don't take out all of the moist in the bread. What we do is we put some of that moist back, and that helps with our shelf life and the softness. After the cooler, it will go to the slicers. We've got 3 slicing machines that can do about 2,500 loaves per machine. And there we cut it, and then it will go into the bagger where it will receive its bag. And then after that it will go to your quick lock, and then we'll print the date, put it in the crate, ready for distribution.
Niels, thank you so much for your time and explaining the whole process to us. I think I'm ready for a nice lekker sandwich. Yeah. And viewers, if you didn't know, now you do. Until next week, goodbye.
En dis dit vir vandag, liewe kykers.
And please tune again in tomorrow when we've got another exciting program lined up for you. Cheers for now.